Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Craig Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's Philadelphia, just way behind. Look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Inside, they're going with Horford and Embiid. And it's George in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. MP out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Something we talked about not too long ago was MP's mission to be the best of his rookie class, really trying to distinguish himself.
And MP talked a big game, but boy, has he backed it up. He's absolutely hit the ground running and has been showing up his fellow rookies to this point.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Evans, and Evans throws it down.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Now Edgecombe. 9 points last game. To the wing on the left. Embiid finds Horford. 76ers moving the ball around. Edgecombe, no good. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Evans goes in. No good. Here's Edgecombe. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Zero hesitation. Maxey, great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks making one of the most surprising moves of the summer, waiving and stretching to over $113 million owed to Damian Lillard, and then signing the starting center of their arch.
Oh, and there he puts it down! Oh, my goodness.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Portis, lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent positioning by Portis, setting himself up to save that play.
George with no one around. No good on the 3. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the... Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
And you want to talk about hang time. Edgecombe is still going up while others are coming down.
Bucks trail by 4. MP dishes to Giannis. Here's Evans. Look out!
We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
The circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Right wing. Horford the pass to Embiid. Great D that time from Portis. Milwaukee is gone 0-2 from deep here.
Look at MP suddenly catching the defense with their guard down and making them pay.
So it's Philadelphia now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
To the inside, and stolen by Portis. 3-on-3. Here's M.
Mercy, mercy me. Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
Axie on the wing. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs in his mid-20s. He was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. A different look from Milwaukee. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter subbed in for Prince. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Bona's checked in. Edwards comes in for Al Horford. Quentin Grimes is checked in for George. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. Pass to McCain. Here's Edgecombe. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. On the wing, Evans. The tray. Another miss by MP. The 76ers trail by 6. And Edgecombe gets it to go. Edgecombe's got 7 points.
So fast and powerful. Edgecombe's drive, so explosive.
And it goes down 2 points.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
McCain against Porter. Here's Edgecombe. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Lock at 6. And Evans with a stop.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Pass to Bona. Back to McCain. Here's Bona. Antetokounmpo defending. No one near him. Grimes with the bucket.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. Evans outside. Up top, Portis. Labat's working the ball around. And Evans with a stop.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Bucks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. You've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Guard pair, Porter and Trent. Smith is out there with A.J. Green. And it's Sims in its center. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
2 shots.
With a whole new lineup now. And the 76ers making a change here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Evans feeling it out a bit. Out to Kuzma. Giannis sets a screen for Evans. There's the one. Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
And Philadelphia has possession. 6-point lead. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes a revelation last season. And let's not forget number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Evans with it. Maxey covering. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. He locks up the alley-oop pass. And now Philadelphia on the break. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead. And here's Evans. 20 points for him. And he throws it down hard.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
Philadelphia leading by 9. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is unlocking a new aspect of his game. He said, quote, "I never initiate my offense from the high post, but Doc told me that you can be very effective there. It's hard for people to show a crowd, and you're one step closer to the basket. I plan to stay there for the rest of my career." Guys, back to you.
Clearly a new wrinkle. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Another miss by MP.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And Maxey with the basket on the assist by Edgecombe. Maxey's got the lead up to 12 now for the 76ers. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And it's George missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Count it, good. Maxey's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
MP kicks to Portis. Back to Evans. Pass to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Kuzma's got his first 3 points of the game.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
And so is Philadelphia, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Right back after this break.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
Well, who hasn't been impressed with MP? The skill, the work ethic. He's got good instincts, man. I like this kid.
Yeah, there's plenty to dislike if you're playing against him.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the 76ers.
Got to give it up for their second unit, leaping off that bench, going out there playing like starters.
Roster depth, a key factor for them here. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And Clark, I've got to say, you might have been one of the first true combo forwards. And that's not a rarity anymore.
No, it's common. It's actually 13 to a dozen now when you talk about the versatility of forwards in this league. At sizes going north of 6'8", ability to make threes and go rack to rack. You're not boxed into any one position nowadays. It's all about being a skilled, versatile basketball player regardless of your size. And I love it for the game and for the spectator.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the back. Oh!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things.
Across the league, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Spurs. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've simply been on fire lately, ripping off 5 straight wins to help maintain that #1 spot. And with each additional victory, they're becoming more and more confident. That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The 76ers leading. Here's Embiid. Great D that time from Portis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
From deep, Evans, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Horford. To the paint. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 1-point game. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Count it. Maxi's got 4 this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
MP with it. He has 38 in the game. Right side, Portis. Back to Evans. Inside, MP gets it. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. From deep, George drills it from outside. George has got his third basket of the night right there.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Trent's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jared McCain.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
MP outside. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Maxey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in. He is just self-willing, his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Proving right there he's a team player who wants to get his guys involved. I like seeing George make those passes.
Kuzma outside. And here's MP for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. George with the bucket. George has got 9 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
On the wing, MP. 43 points in the game. The 3 is pure from MP.
MP looking solid from there.
The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Maxey. Lets the 3 fly. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Kuzma finds MP. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Bucks with some changes. Sims is checked in, and it's Green and for Kyle Kuzma. And then for Philadelphia, Bona's checked in, and it's Edwards in for Paul George. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Driving the lane, here's Grimes. That 3 off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Hit the shot. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Grimes has got 11.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's
Yet another bucket.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, GA, you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested.
For the three, it's not going to go for him. It'll count. The shot misses. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. They've leaned on him for offense, and it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love.
Sixers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. And Jared McCain subbed in for Edgecombe. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Got that bucket in no time at all. Maxey's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. The Mall and power forwards are Kuzma and Antetokounmpo. Torian Prince is out there with Evans. And it's Portis in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Back this. Here's the 3. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he has all the tools and the desire.
Now time for second most 60-point games. What a career he's had. My goodness.
Trying to match threes, sometimes you get too amped up and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
It's good.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Led by as many as 14 points. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford is checked in for Edwards. Paul George comes in for Quentin Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for Jared McCain. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And down goes the 3.
Horford's three-point shooting has really developed. Been an impressive journey for him. He understands the value of being a big guy that can spread the floor by making threes. All this kid cares about is winning. Big bucket from MP.
Philadelphia leading by 4. And they come back with a 3 of their own.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. and now they are stunned.
Hey, guys, that shot changes the game. I mean, extending their lead and providing them a little more cushion, that's a double-edged sword there.
Now let's head over to the sideline for a report on Gary Trent. Hey, Howie, what have you heard?
The head athletic trainer for the Bucs provided some info for us. It looks to be a strained hamstring. They're icing it as we speak, trying to keep it from flaring up more than it already has. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
All right, Howie, thanks for that.
You know, for better or worse, life brings these kinds of challenges, and they aren't pleasant. We know he's up to it, though. He'll respond and move forward in a positive way.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him. Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Here's MP. Launches it. Can't get it to go. Giannis against Horford. Puts up the three. Another bucket. Wow.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. 14 foul.
And the 76ers with possession. 6-point game. Outside Maxey. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Shoots the three. Doesn't get that one. MP connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. MP, good, another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Your team came up short on this one, but not you, MP. Are you more frustrated you didn't win on a night you were feeling it, or encouraged that your individual performance bodes well for the future?
Listen, it's cool that my shots were falling, but that's not what encourages me. What encourages me is knowing that every guy on this team is just as sick as I am after a loss like this. If this loss doesn't bother you, you don't have what it takes to win in this league.
In it to win it, right, MP?
Yeah.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. So long, everyone.